What's up, everybody? Charlie D back in the building. Got some sad news. Sly Stone passed away at 82. Rest in peace, brother. Family affair. And if you want me to stay, I'll be around today. That's my jam, bro. So rest in peace, brother. And let's get into everybody here. Tim back with the I don't know, Godcast now. Like they said, they ain't gonna be doing them every day. Did we get him? Did we get him to stop that foolishness allegedly? Every day, sending y'all to work with that hate? Thank you. So, we're gonna start with this. Tim knows how to make coffee. Why? Why did he show us he knew how to make coffee? Because we said he don't even make his own coffee and she's sick and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, Tim, that really proves nothing because you still got her cooking all that food. Megan, don't turn the camera on yet. Make this coffee. I'm tired of Charlie B talking mess. What you talking about, Tim? Nah, he talking about you gotta make everything and stuff like that. I'm just gonna get ahead and get this done. Well, I don't care. I'm at the filming anyway. So I got like 8 of these I done did to get this right. Well, Tim, I told you how to do it 16 times before you started. Well, I need it 17 times, girl. You don't listen, Megan. Tim, I listen to everything. No, you don't. Tim, I said I listen. I know you. What did I say? I don't listen, Tim. That's what I said. Now, you told me to pour this in here. Oh, what? Am I supposed to talk now, Tim? Okay, girl, now you're trying to be funny. Okay, now you're being funny. All right. Poof, pow, pow. All right, yeah, now I'm back. Yeah. Tim, did I tell you how to do it right? I got it, girl. I'm gonna sit up here and act like I can't make my own coffee. Yeah, let me get 2 mugs. And I'm the man today. I'm making yours, girl. You see this? Thank you, Tim. Shut up. I'm only doing this for content. You don't expect no coffee tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that. Tim, why it smells so burnt? That's dark. That's flavor, girl. You see, that's your problem. That's your problem. You don't know what flavor is no more. You just don't listen. Come on, bring yourself over here. Get on the couch, woman. All right, Tim. Smile, yeah.
What's going on, y'all?
That's what happened to me.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? This is the Prison of Purpose Godcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm Megan.
And we're here to teach you not to recidivize, but to maximize your potential. And I made the black coffee this morning, so it's a little bit bitter. So
it's a man's cup.
It's a man's cup.
What is it called? Mud. Cup of mud.
So when Megan makes it, it's smooth, but when I make it, it's bitter.
No, you just don't know how to make coffee, and you try to prove us right. Thank you. You want to know what else was funny? If y'all jump back, did y'all see the first time Megan sipped that coffee? Y'all see her face when Tim was walking ahead? Did you see it?
For real. We were just talking yesterday about the camper renovation, and we were talking about beast mode, and we were talking about beauty and the beast. Because if you've been keeping up with the Resurrection Ranch, you know that we transition our the vision, not just transition, but evolve, grew and changed a little bit.
Okay, we all know Resurrection Ranch has changed a little bit. Resurrection Ranch is down the road 5 minutes, remember? We don't even see it no more. But you sitting up here talking about it's evolved. Kicking your mama off her own show, handing it to Megan is not evolving. That's making you look like you don't care. Allegedly. Let's go.
And we started resurrecting campers, which was the whole goal in the beginning, which was can you drive on live? Like that's the mission, that's the purpose. That's what it's all about. It's all about God. And
you see what I'm saying? He's gonna stand on this. Now, Peter came at Charlie B. Then already came here, broke down by scripture, how no, they cannot live. Because the dry bones weren't dead. They were spiritually dead. Now, you still gonna stand on this? Knowing that camper has no spiritual existence, has no soul, has nothing to do with God? But you gonna have Megan sit up here and basically say, through that camper, she's getting closer to God. Let's get what's cold.
We've been working on this camper, RC, and that has the identity of happy camper.
No jokey joke. Peanut game and Charlie Beat and already broke down how I can't have an identity. Let's proceed.
And we were talking yesterday, and we were talking about going in beast mode. And then after beast mode, we said that then it would be like beauty mode. You know what I'm saying? So we got beauty and the beast. All right? Yeah.
That's right.
So we got this beast.
Okay, beast mode ain't about God anymore. God didn't put that in his heart or nothing. It's about a movie now. Oh. We getting it. Are we getting this? Are we getting this brother to change everything he just said about beast mode? Now it's a movie. And Megan's going to try to crack jokes mirroring your boy and Mrs. B. Oh, they're a funny, happy couple now. They crack jokes and do all this, right? Okay. We'll see how long that lasts, Tim.
Old man's cup of coffee, cup of mud.
I was just gonna say, I wonder who's the beauty and who's the beast, remember?
Yeah, we had a prophecy that was prophesied over one time, and they said that we were like Beauty and the Beast. Like this when we first got married, and I was like, who was the Beast and who was the Beauty?
There's no doubt.
Do y'all think that was a good joke to make on your wedding day? If somebody said Beauty and the Beast, I don't believe it. But do you think that'd be a good joke to make? To look at your wife on your wedding day and be like, hey, who the Beauty, who the Beast? You know what I'm saying?
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited about some of the things that the Lord has us unleashed on. Talk about beast mode, but some of the things that He has us unleashed on in this season, and it's really been amazing to see Him work. You know, you were talking about working on the campers, and I really feel like He's given me this fresh new opportunity to exercise my faith.
Yeah.
Y'all catch that? This camper is gonna give her opportunity basically to what? Exercise her faith, right? You hear, Tim? Yeah. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. If she can't get her faith from the book no more, Tim, because I guess she's not allowed to read it allegedly, you just tell her what it is. Or like she said, or y'all say y'all evolve in the book and stuff like that. Y'all making it new, and some of us might not understand. Right? But that's where we're at. Where you're going to take, how can I put this? An item and prove to her that she can rebuild or get more faith through this camper? Is that the book? Is that a man of God? Is that the word?
And that's been super exciting to step out on faith, and then He's done it, but kind of like started me out in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have to start where you started with the camper. Woo!
You've been in your book since kindergarten? We said it. We said she know her book. She know it. But now, why are you acting like you gotta let this man teach you a whole new version of it? I don't get it. And then you congratulate him because you didn't start with your faith. You just said he started with his faith when y'all got that camper. What about when y'all was prayer walking and doing all that? Bam, Timmy had no faith then? So what makes you think we should think he has faith now? Did I just blow your mind with that one? She just said his faith started with the camper. That was after they had pigs and everything on that ranch already. So at that point he had no faith? What are you trying to say, Megan? Because he's too dumb allegedly to catch it. But Charlie B ain't.
And only the oldest will understand. That was like literally the camper they were working on, y'all. Y'all haven't been following the journey on the Resurrection Ranch. The camper they were working on, and it really, you have to go on back. You have to be an older to understand, because we bought this camper.
Tim, you good kind of with trying to have stuff blow over top of people's head. Okay, you just said Resurrection Ranch and all this about that camper, right? And he said, oh, you got to be an oldie. Well, I am. Resurrection Ranch never had nothing to do with that camper. At all. At all. And you still talking about you got to go back. But you didn't tell them they got to go back to IAG because that camper had nothing to do with Resurrection Ranch at all. That camper was never even on Resurrection Ranch. That's another reason why it doesn't make no sense. If you was going to pull this, your best way to do it was you haul everything else you don't want down there. You should have took that down there and put it on the property, which you still own, and you should have worked on it down there and called it Resurrection Ranch Camper. But no, because why? Grandma got her family back. Grandma got your brother back. Grandma got everybody she wants to cook for. But you, remember, jump back. Remember when y'all was in Lowe's and you bought her all that stuff and you said, oh yeah, and I'm gonna get my cornbread and black eyed peas. I bet you your brothers and sisters is. I haven't seen you eat nothing.
For $200, I think it was like $260 because we ended up signing over the title from my personal name to our business name, which is Resurrection Ranch LLC.
Tim, I love when you bust yourself out. Did y'all catch it? I'll give you a second. Y'all ready? What did he just say? He took that camper out of his name and put it into the LLC's name, which is still your name. Even though you say our, it's still you. Now, let's say this. If that is the fact that, like he said, he wanted to dog it and talk about $200, $260 camper, took it out of my name and put it. Okay, if he's gonna have his name on that camper, you gonna tell me he ain't gonna have his name on that $20,000 tractor? He ain't gonna have his name on that 0-ton? How do you build everything, Megan, and let this man put his name on everything? And we know you're using your credit. You're allegedly basically co-signing for your husband. Come on, man.
And so when we were looking it up, I saw $260. I've been saying $200, but we literally paid around $200 for this camper, and it was falling apart. Like it was just something that you would think would be left on the scrap pile. Right. But the Lord used that, or is using it, to like glorify Himself and show us this beautiful process of taking something that's dry, like very dry, dead, forsaken, like something that should be thrown in the trash pile, and showing that He can bring life to that thing. And this is just
no jokey joke. None. And I don't think I'm gonna break. You want us to believe that God told you to use an object to get closer to Him. What God do you worship? I don't. Come on, Peter, come on. I know y'all want comments. Let's get it, let's go. What God is this man worshiping when his God told this man basically to help him and Megan get closer to the Lord through this camper? Idol worshiping. So, okay, let's go here. You know I do. And I'm not gonna break. What would you say if your pastor came up here and said, all right, y'all, we're gonna pass the plate today because I gotta get that new Escalade because God told me I get closer to Him if I get this Escalade. What would you do and what would you say and how much money would you keep in your pocket when he passed the plate? Let's go.
Like an inanimate object, a hunk of metal, pieces of wood. Right. So if He can do that with hunks of metal and pieces of wood, what can He do with us in our lives, like His children, the people that He loves, like that He gave His life for? It's just like the Bible says about the sparrow. It says that if He takes care of the sparrow, it's like how much more will He take care of us? So it's
He just told you He knows it's an object. It's not like He's confused with this, y'all. He just told you He knows it's an object. And now he bounces back and then wants to use the Bible to make him right once again when it doesn't mean how you're putting it. You're putting it in a way so your people think you're right. That camper has nothing to do with God.
Just don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow is sufficient for itself. Like don't seek after those things which the unbelievers seek after. Like, but you understand that God is gonna give us our daily bread. You know, like we pray, give us this day our daily bread. You know what I'm saying?
And in the process of working with and bringing.
Peanut Gang, that was for you because somebody came to the comments and said, Tim needs more tripods. All right, now he's about to butcher the Bible again. He's about to tell you and use God said daily bread now, right? Seasons have changed once again. Daily bread, and she's about to break down to you how everything they done told you might take years. Because you got to focus on today now. You got to focus on today. So all the content y'all been watching about them telling you everything they gonna do, there's gonna be a part of here where they about to say they want to build a farm allegedly to prove that you have a farm with no animals or no vegetables. Y'all rolling with that?
Life to these inanimate objects, he's working on us.
That's right.
That's the thing, that process and doing the.
You seen him check his wife? Yeah, we said that. Get back on script, Megan.
Things with our hands, you know, he's like developing me, he's developing us. We're working together as a family. It's amazing because it's so much bigger even than what we can see now and the fruit that I see now and the things that he's challenging me to do and asking me to do. And I know that my faith is growing, and it's like I can only see what's happening right now, but I already know how the Lord works because this is like ripple effect into my future, into my children and their lives and their children's lives. So it's like a.
Now we know what she said was mess, but this is what I want you to look at. When she's talking, do you notice Tim is doing this? The whole time she's talking like, get it right. Get it. Does he have that get it right look on his face? Does he look like a happy married man when he's sitting there while she's talking like? And then sometimes when she finished, he does this and doesn't say anything. She got that, allegedly.
Eternal process, you know. He's working on us right now, and this seems like very simple and very like small. Oh, you're storing a little camper, but I can feel it. I feel the things that he's doing in my life and my family, and that is having an impact. I really do feel that way. So
now Megan's doubling down on it, right? She really feels this way. That they can look at objects and get the word of God through making an object look good. It's gonna make her family better. It's gonna make her better. Jump back. Didn't I tell you whatever God they're praying to wants his flowers? Didn't I tell you? They're talking nowhere like they used to talk. Right? When they first jump back, everything used to be welcome to so and so, it's all about God. They don't do that a lot no more. But it doesn't matter. Because allegedly it seems like whatever God they're rocking with, he wants y'all to know what's going on and he wants y'all to follow it. Because y'all can't believe in this. Y'all can't believe in this. He's about that. They've lied to y'all for years. Let's go, man.
You ask, can these dry bones live? And you might go out and restore something or step out on faith. But it's not just about that thing. It's bigger than that, you know. The Lord is developing you in that process. And that's a question that the Lord asked us when we first started the farm. He was giving us a vision to work with our hands as give to those who are in need. He said, can you have a farm that's not just about cultivating crops or animals, right? But about cultivating people.
Okay, Tim, I know cultivating people is mentioned in the Bible, but I don't think this is what I do think allegedly. Since we know that you're not rocking with the God that everybody else rocks with, and we don't know what God allegedly you are rocking with, we don't look at when you say cultivating people as the Bible takes it. We look at it as allegedly you just told everybody you wanted to call. That's all I ain't even gonna pull my shirt up because this is on me. This is all on me tonight. This is my opinion of what you wanted. So y'all just lied again. In the beginning, you said it was all about having people come down there to the farm, see the animals, do this, do that, do this, do that. Now it's about cultivating and jump back. Didn't I tell you she said it was about a farm of people, not about animals or vegetables. We're supposed to be cultivating people. That's not what you said in the beginning. That's not what you said 6 months ago. You just keep adding to nonsense and trying to fix y'all's problems. Let's go, man.
Cultivating and developing people. And that was always our whole mission, our whole goal with this journey, this farm. And I know it might seem like, I don't know if it seems big and flashy, because it's super simple in real life. We're like some of the most boring people that you will ever meet, you know?
Now, that was always your mission, to cultivate people. And it's really simple. Jump back. Remember when you was laying in the bed while Megan was at work in your fifth wheel? And you gave that whole spew about you going to shut down and lock the gates and stuff because it's so hard. If somebody get hurt, if somebody get this, if somebody get that, jump back. Y'all remember all that? And now it's simple to cultivate people. How? The gates are still locked.
Like, but it's the vision that we have, and that really kind of gets into what we want to talk about today, is vision, purpose, passion. Like, what drives us? How do we work so hard? How are we so intense? Like, how are we so unified? You know, like, let's look. It's like, you know, about as best unified as you can be as a husband and wife.
We're not perfect, y'all.
That's why, because we want to be real. Like, we're realists. And I wanted to say how we stay so unified. But I also wanted to, like, self-deprecate and let it be known that we're just like any other husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? We argue, have disagreements, all those things. But we still have Jesus as the center. You know, like, we both are able to sit here because Jesus, like, is the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Now, all of a sudden, he wants y'all to believe, oh, we're like every other couple. Couples go out, Tim. Couples take their kids' place, Tim. When's the last time your kids seen a swimming pool that wasn't on your farm, Tim? Children have stuff to do, extracurricular activities outside of life. You can't tell us that y'all are just like everybody else and y'all have a regular family. You do not leave the farm. The boys do not leave the farm. I mean, how can y'all be a regular family when everybody else in the world go see their cousins, go see their aunts and uncles, go see... Y'all aren't like everybody else. I don't even know why you made that statement. Yeah, y'all might argue, fuss, and fight. We believe that. Because y'all around each other 24 hours a day. So thank you for letting us know what's going on when the camera go off, I guess. Thanks for putting your foot in your mouth again.
Like, he is the thing that holds us together, and in our minds, that's the only thing that can hold marriage together. But our vision, our purpose, our passion, and that just kind of, is exemplified by what we do on a daily basis with our farm, and it's being all about God, and with these YouTube channels. And I know you all have been wondering, where have we been in this, environment here as far as the Godcast? We've been giving you all P2P motivations. You know what I'm saying? And we've just been inspiring you, encouraging you, because we really just haven't.
No jokey joke. Maybe I'm gonna break. Already did. Now he's about to tell you, boom, think about this one. What would I say? He's about to tell you that basically all the projects God told him that he was gonna show y'all and gave him to do, and he always said God gives him the power, because this was impossible for one man to do. Says that, right? Okay. With that being said, they're about to sit up here and tell you guys that what God told him to do, even though God gives him the power to do anything, they done messed up and they can't do all this, y'all. They live for today. She's gonna tell y'all now, feeding millions of people, it might not be till we're dead before that get done.
Can I say time? Is that proper? How would you explain it?
I don't know, because I think the Lord has just had us on other things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, you've been doing the P2P, we've been going in hard on it, and we really felt like there was just an opening there to like daily encourage and hop in, and you know, you were on that mission.
Yeah.
So that's really kind of what we've been focused on with the From Prison to Purpose Godcast channel.
That's right.
So we've always kind of had it in the back of our minds. We want to do a Godcast, we want to do a Godcast. But I feel like the opportunity, maybe, we didn't force it. We didn't force the opportunity. Right. And it does take a lot.
Time.
Yeah. I was going to say it takes a lot, but there's a lot that has to happen. I'll say that. In order for us to sit down at the couch, and it's quiet for more than about 10 minutes.
We do have 4 kids.
Number one, I've never heard anybody call a couch, say a couch is like Jesus, but we're not going there. Anyway, y'all tell me, but is the couch, is everything they have is worshipped? I don't know. Anyway, listen. Now they're about to tell y'all basically, I guess, allegedly, that they have 4 kids, so they're blaming this on their children, allegedly? That they can't do everything God told them to do, to tell you that they were going to do in a specific time frame? What is he going to say next? Oh, it's going to get done, but y'all just going to have to wait a couple years.
And, you know, we might have had to threaten them just a little bit to be quiet. We say, just please, more like beg. It's like, when you got 4 kids, it was sold to us before.
Okay, y'all, I'm not saying nothing. I want y'all to tell me. Do you really believe that Tim begs his children? Or did he slip up and tell y'all what he really does? He threatens them.
One child is like, you're good, you know, what was it? And then when you have 2 children, it's man to man. It's like, what they say? One child is like, you know, if you're good. Then you have 2 children, man to man defense. And when you get 3 children, they outnumber you. You gotta play zone defense. It's like, you get here, and we're gonna try our best to like, keep them in the middle.
Wherever you can get.
Once you get to 4, it's like, please, you get the beg. You gotta play begging defense. Please be quiet for 30 minutes. Please let us shoot this Godcast. Please eat your food. Please take a bath. You know, please brush your hair. Please.
Tim, you're a liar. Allegedly, you're a liar. You're lying on your children. And now it's the kids' fault that their hair don't get brushed? Okay. They get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. What do you expect for them? They dragging, number one. Number 2, you're not asking them or saying please all the time. Charlie B, you can't say that. I can if I can prove it. Okay. Jump back. Who remembers when the little boy wanted to talk and he told him, move, I'm trying to get Benjamin. Was there a please move there? From what you say, please, everything. Please. Have y'all ever heard him say, please anything when he's asking the boys to get out the shot? When he's asking the boys move so he can see another child doing something that he's talking about? Have y'all ever heard please? Have y'all ever heard him tell his wife please? No. Let's go. Whole show legend.
Begging mentality that happens. But yeah, and I realize
once you get to like 4, more than 3, it doesn't matter how many more you add on. It's just about the same. Now I had experienced that. I don't know how true that is because I'm like, no, it's gotta be. You gotta be adding on more.
So I'm at 20. It don't matter. That's what it feels like when you have 4, 5-year-olds. I call them. They always get mad at me when I say that.
Because none of them are 5 anymore.
Yeah, no, they're not. But I tell them the mentality is you have 1 boy, 1 brain, 4 boys, 1 brain. So, you know, I don't got the brains of 5-year-olds. That's what it is when they get together. But they're actually mature.
That's not possible, Tim. That's humanly not possible. If you have one boy, one brain, 4 boys, one brain. No. All them boys thinking different. All them boys are thinking something different. All them boys don't want to do the same thing. All them boys can't. He's brainwashing these boys allegedly. Do you see this? 4 boys, one brain. What does he think about you, Megan? You're his wife. He think he can manipulate his boys into them all thinking the same thing. So what can he get you to think?
For the age, and they do a lot around here. Like I said, they take care of the animals on the farm like so well. They do all of that, the allowance, and they're super responsible for that.
Megan, I'm glad you about to cut him off. Cause you realize, Megan, cause you're not dumb. Tam, you talking too much. What you mean? The only thing you left out, Tam, was basically with everything you said, you just told everybody the boys take care of us too. They're children, Tim. I don't care. They didn't catch that. That's the only part you left out. With them doing everything you just said, they're taking care of you. Why would you say that on TV? On YouTube? You really clearly just made a statement, allegedly, that the boys take care of y'all. You basically think they're farmers. This is amazing. And then you say people are mean to you, and you want to act like people are calling on you, but for no reason. Like I said before, jump back. I'd never do it. But you putting yourself in a situation where if the wrong person sees your show, those boys are gone. You don't even realize that. And thank you, Megan, for cutting him off so y'all don't lose y'all's children. Let's go, man. Now, when I say for cutting him off, watch out making cut him off and start talking about we ain't doing the podcast no more. But the only thing she's gonna leave out is thanks to Peanut Gang and Charlie B, it ain't working. Cause he been on every one we done did except for like 2 or 3. Let's go, man. Had to stop the foolishness.
But we haven't really forced the Godcast. We just been kind of waiting for it to really be on us. Like, yes, it's time. We gotta do this. So
yeah, okay. Okay, y'all not divorcing it. Y'all just treating it like a side chick.
We're here now, and we're ready. We're gonna talk about vision,
purpose,
and passion.
That's right. So what drives us? What keeps us going? Like, what is our vision? What is our purpose? What is our passion? Like, how do we stay lively? How do we stay energetic? Like, what are your thoughts on what makes us healthy?
Well, we talked a little bit about it, and I think vision is kind of like that starting off process. Just knowing what it is that Jesus wants you to do, like having that, knowing that whatever you're doing is something that Jesus has called you to do, told you to do. And so when you're in the mud, when you're in the trenches, when it's hard, when you want to give up, okay, Lord, like this is something you want me to do. So you haven't left me out there to do it by myself. You're giving me the strength. You're giving me the energy. So that's a purpose. Right? If you have the vision that the Lord has given you, that just automatically deposits purpose into you because He's asked you to do it. So it's kind of like, why am I here? Oh yeah, I have a vision from the Lord, and He's given me the responsibility to execute it. So He's like,
I agree with y'all. She's gone. The Lord has given her all the responsibilities of that farm when she's healthy, her and the boys. That's what the Lord decided. And He's going to go back to that submission thing, and He's going to tell on Himself a little more about how the Lord basically told him to do all this to his boys and his wife. Let's go.
Megan, if you don't do it, like, Tim, if you don't do it, like, I'm asking you to do it, So, and then that also brings excitement and joy because it's like we have this thing, this mission that we're on. We're not wandering around.
Right.
We're not wondering why I'm here, what I'm doing.
Never a dull or bored moment. We never get bored because there's always mission there. And I always say this, and I've said it multiple times, that one of us has to bring sub, the other brings mission in order for us to have submission. And we're not submitting to one, we are submitting to one another under the Lord, but He's the one that we're submitting to. And so in marriage, my mentality is that my job was to bring the mission. My job was to have a vision, have a purpose, have that passion that I could establish in my family. And you said something that caught my attention. It literally made my heart pace go up, heart rate go up. But you said mud. You said churches. You said you know what I'm saying? You said these grimy words. And it's like, I'm like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get it out the mud. It's like, that's.
Okay, let's break it down. Don't think about what he said. Think about how he said it. He's the one that brings the mission. Okay, if he's bringing the mission, he's like the captain, the colonel or something. He ain't doing nothing. He's sitting back while he's sending y'all into battle, and he's waiting on that phone call. Yeah. Oh, we in trouble. Bomb this zone, bomb that zone, bomb that zone. That's basically how he's treating his family. This is not a military fold, Tim. You bringing mission to your children and to your wife. You send them on all their missions. Feed the animals, feed this, feed that. I'm going to stay back here and basically, I don't know, you send them to do recon while you telling them basically to explain to him how he's wrong. Like, they can't. I jumbled my words, y'all. Megan, you and them boys, I mean, this might be wrong, but y'all can't form a coup and just sit him down as one man and be like, we need to talk. Come on, y'all. This is not right. This is not right. This ain't 50-50 in a relationship. This ain't 90-10. Okay, Tim, and I know. Leslie, that's going to take you, I know you watch us, but I know that's going to take you like 20 minutes to break that down. But this is all 100% his way. And this is what God has told him to tell her, allegedly. Okay. I want somebody, please come here and tell me he's right. Because they're married. Because that's usually what I get. She's supposed to listen to him and blah, blah, blah. They tear my emails up. Because I guess they know I'm not going to say their names and stuff like that because they ain't done nothing to me, really. They just spouting off their views. But this is right. Okay.
That's one of my favorite places to be, is like at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because I have in my life, and you've seen some of it as well, but in my life, I have like gathered out the mud or started from the bottom, started from scratch so many times that I've learned the process. You know what I'm saying? And that process is vision, purpose, passion. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're at the bottom.
I'm glad you told the truth, Tim. Once again, I believe you. Vision, purpose, passion, right? You seen Megan, that was your vision. Your purpose was to convince her that you were the man for her so you could get every dime you got, and your passion was her money. Allegedly. Whole show. Let's go. Charlie B on one. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the material. And please, share to get the word out. Facebook, whatever y'all want to put it on, just share it.
And you're trying to get from the bottom to the top, or you're trying to go from one level to the next. Vision, purpose, passion. If you're being doubted, if you're being rejected, if you're being suppressed, vision, purpose, passion. You know what I'm saying? It's like VPP, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like no matter what's going on in your life, like what opposition, what adversity, and I've dealt with all those things, and it's made me so wise. And at my age, at 35, 36 years old.
Let me just be honest here, because I wanted to roast him real bad about him being so wise and everything. I wanted to go in like, smack the table and really go in on this brother like, you want to tell everybody you so wise, but you have problems with numbers, you have problems with words and all this stuff, right? But this is my problem. I can't do it. Because I know somebody, I had somebody in my life that was very close to me and couldn't read a lick, but made millions of dollars and never did nothing wrong. Okay, we'll get into that later. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I know a man couldn't read a lick, make millions of dollars in his life, and he did it all legit. So that's why I'm not going in on him right there for that. But this is where I'm going in on you with it. That man I know never talked about money. Wasn't a man of God. Wasn't a man of God like that. He drank his beers, he did his thing, but he never talked about money. He never. If somebody asks this man how much that car costs, he would basically tell you, dealership down there, go see. It wasn't about bragging. Never. So that's why I feel like you're wrong. You feel me? Because every time you talk about anything you got, we got to know how much it costs. Right? So that's where I feel like I could come in on you at. But I can't come in on you not being as smart as a lot of people. Because it doesn't matter really. If you can read, if you can count, it doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. But the only problem I have, Tim, is you're scamming the people. And then once you scam them, you want to rub in their face how much everything you have costs. And the messed up part is, real men, they don't talk about money like that. Real men don't ask people what you pay for that. Real men don't sit up. Well, no. Real men might be like, hey, bro, how much that costs? I messed that up. But real men don't sit up and just every time you show up, yeah, you know, that cost me this. You know, that cost me that. That's how you act. And that's what everybody sees. And that is not a real pastor, brother. Allegedly, everybody can see you just brag and boast about your toys. And I explained it earlier in my other video. We know why, for the CPM and farming and things like that. But it's not right. If you was a real man of God, your videos would be, you'd have over 1 million subscribers if you just told the truth. Let's go, man.
That I'm not afraid. And I think vision, purpose, passion, that VPP, I think it really like takes away fear. Because you know what you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And we talk about vision as one of the most valuable things, if not the most valuable thing that you can have. Because you can have a lot of money, but if you don't have vision, you can't buy vision. Know what to do, right? You can have a lot of stuff, right?
Because vision, though, I don't want y'all to think that we're talking about some big fancy thing when we say vision, right? It can be something very simple and very uncomplicated. So,
Tim, you say one thing and then you say another. I was going to say do another, but you say one thing and then you say another. Your vision is to what? Build legacy, have all this land. You just lied to the people again. It's not about the big things, Megan. Okay. Well, what is it about? What is it about? You sit on here, jump back, and talk about how basically you just want to build everything for your boys so they don't have to do nothing. Nothing. And I got you dead to rights allegedly because I got all the paperwork. Thank you, Peanut Gang. I'm going to do a show on that. I got all the paperwork. Do you realize you tried to say Grandma Lily land is 10 acres? No. If I remember right, I think you own between both properties. What is it? 4. It's a whole nother show, but you own like 8.4 acres for where Grandma sat and for where you sat. So jump back. When Miss Jackson was down there and you was walking all through them woods, talking about the hunters and everything, you was gonna feed them and all that. You was walking on somebody else's property. Liar. Whole show alleged. But I know y'all like, Charlie D, get into that some more. How much other stuff you know? We got paperwork. We got paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. I'm gonna do that show. Tell me if y'all want to see that show. Exactly what he owns with paperwork. Peanut Game, I got you.
So, you know, you might have a huge vision for helping a lot of people or doing some big fancy thing, you know, the farm and giving away millions of pounds or dollars worth of meat, right? That's huge. But the more simple day-to-day part of that is when...
Okay, they been going too long, Megan forgetting them lines, right? But then she caught it up. She was like, yes. They're about to explain to y'all that everything they told y'all is a lie. They're not doing nothing as fast or whatever they say. No matter how much Tim says God gives him the power to do anything, he doesn't have enough power to do what he told y'all he was going to do. So I want everybody to just jump back for a minute. And Peanut Game, I know y'all are going to be upset about this one. The BTM members are still going to be like, I don't care how long it takes Tim to do it. And he didn't lie to us. He's only one man. But he told y'all God told him to do all this, and he told y'all God gives him the power and the strength to do the unimaginable, because nobody could have built that. It's impossible to build that barn as one man. Isn't that what he told you? Okay, just let me tell you this. I don't know if I could do it, but my daddy would have had that whole barn up and painted, roof, everything in less than 2 weeks, bro. I've seen that. When he was younger, I seen him, man. Another story, another time. Let's go.
Jesus says, start in your backyard with one brood of chickens.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, and so I don't want you to think that, okay, the Lord has given me this big vision and I still don't know what to do, right? So.
Okay, Tim, I want you to understand why that was a lie right there. That's all y'all been giving everybody is big visions from the Lord, right? Now Megan's on here saying, I don't want y'all to think that. So Megan, did you just call your husband a liar? Because he's the one that said it. Tim, your editing skills slow. Okay. Now, we about to really get into it. And BTM, y'all about to really be mad. Because y'all's whole point of proving this man right was him finishing all this stuff. And y'all are so locked up into him. He doesn't finish anything. And even though y'all see that, y'all still want to see the porch, want to see this. It's going to be a long time. You're welcome from Charlie B and Peanut Games. Help. Because we were smart enough to know that one man couldn't do all this. In the summer, jump back a couple weeks ago, he just told y'all, yeah, we're going to be doing this. Now, jump back a couple weeks ago. Then he started talking a lot about, yeah, God tell you the rest. God tell you the rest. He was building you up for this. He was putting in your mind to build you up for Tim is tired. And the BTM members is gonna be like, yes, Tim, everybody needs a break. No, he don't. Breaking is his job. Breaking is his job so much, he remind me of Turbo and Ozone. If you know, you know.
It's going to be a big vision that the Lord is going to put inside of you. Probably something bigger than you can even accomplish in your lifetime.
Right.
But when we talk about vision, we're not just talking about that big thing, right? Mm-hmm. We're also talking about what Jesus wants you to do today in order to get there.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
Right.
We're talking about that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. The sparrow. You know, they come daily and go and get their daily bread. Like he tells us not to worry about tomorrow, but tomorrow is going to be sufficient for itself. Seek first the kingdom of God. Like seek what he wants us to do today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
okay. Was that proof right there that he lied to y'all? All the projects and everything, and all the dreams and visions he had from the Lord. Now he's living for the day. Let me ask y'all a question, and let me ask you something, Tim, because I'm not a dumb man. If you live for the day, you're not thinking about tomorrow. You're not thinking about next week. You're not thinking about next month. So how are you living for today, You just told everybody basically if you're gonna live for today, most people would take that as, okay, live it up. YOLO, only got one life. That's how people are gonna take that. While you're talking about all this debt-free life and debt-free this, you can't think and live for today if that's how you've been talking to people for years. That's not debt-free. You'll never get debt-free if you're living for today and you just blow it. Allegedly, that's what live for today means. You've been locked up on that farm so long you don't realize that? You just told all your people, basically just live for today now. Debt free, I don't know. We'll come back to that. Just live for today. Now I'm gonna give you an example. If I was gonna live for today, I have a bike outside. All right? Right? No. Because number one, this B said I can't have it. I ain't gonna lie. You think you gonna kill yourself and leave me with these, baby? No. Okay. Off topic. But if I live for the day, I'd go buy me a bike. Wouldn't care what Miss B said. And just roll. That's living for the day. I got children. I don't know who wants to go to college and I don't know who ain't. But I do know this. I look at life and I view life like this. Your college fund is your college fund. When you get 18, if you tell me, Daddy, I don't want to go to college, please come to me with a business plan and I'll give you college money to start that business. I'm not going to make my kids do anything. I'm not going to tell my daughter and my son, oh, y'all got one brain. Y'all going to college. Y'all doing this. Y'all doing that. No, what do y'all want to do? Like my daddy did me. Here's your money. If they don't want to go to college, I'm not going to Aruba. No. You came to me. You had a good idea. Here's your money. I know what to do. You know, Daddy already done all this. Let's start your business. Let's get it going. And let's go. And that's another show. But I want to know what y'all think about that. Because coming out of college and having all these student loans and everything, even if you save up, I don't know, $150,000 for your kids. Right now, by the time they get to school, that $150,000 will be gone. They still gonna have to do something, right? So, would it be better if your kids came to you with a good plan on a business they wanted to start? Just to hand them the 150 G's and let them start their business and be off running? I'm going off. Whole nother show. I'm gone. I'm not gone because the show ain't over yet. But, you know, Charlie B, you can't live for the day. I don't even think I went off script at that point. Because that's not living for the day. So I want to say, Tim, you're wrong. You talked all this debt-free mess. And now you're telling everybody God wants everybody to basically live for the day. Worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next. Don't. How could you say that to your people? BTM, y'all mad, ain't you? Y'all mad, ain't you?
The vision. Because if we have this big, unreachable vision that we 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, what about today?
Right.
What am I going to do when I wake up this morning and I have to go to work and I have to do these normal, routine things? How do I operate and execute my vision and not sit there and start twiddling my thumbs and thinking that something big and flashy has to happen outside of what I have now? Because
Tim, we all know what we think. When you get that stuttering you do, is when you're allegedly lying. And you just said all that. Do you expect anybody to trust you now? Let me just say this. Allegedly, you run on money. When you was telling everybody what you was gonna do, your views were through the roof, man. Now they stagnant, right? So, this is what YouTubers be telling everybody, y'all. Just because you start getting YouTube checks, don't go buy the house, don't buy the car, because it could fall off at any point. Is he telling y'all basically, well, back in the day I had the money because y'all was really rocking with me and sending me bread, but ever since this brother come out and his little people that rock with him, his, what do you call it? Peanut change, peanut, you know the name, peanut game, whatever. You feel me? Your views is falling off. You just told everybody. P2P is gone. Because of why? And really, I'm going to give Peanut Game more credit to me. You know why? Because you look at the show, you get upset, then you read the comments. When you read something and it's really in front of your eyes and you're really having to sit there and process it, it's worse than seeing it. So thank you, Peanut Game. Thank you. You got rid of that foolishness just with a little help from Charlie B. I appreciate y'all.
So in our vision and the things that we've done, we multiple times got to this place where the vision was too big for what we had today. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Or right at that moment. Right. But
you are so weird. Do you know how much you just messed up right there? After you told everybody, jump back. God even wanted you to put abundance in Emma, allegedly, right? Now, it's too much for y'all to do. So if you're telling the truth and God did tell you all this, you're not a faithful servant because you're too lazy to do what God asked you to do. So whether you're right or wrong, you're still wrong. We think you're lying. You don't talk to God allegedly and all this. You spewed all that up for content, and you got it, and you got your views. But this is gonna hurt you. This is gonna hurt you because now you done came back on here and told everybody, I can't do what God told me to do. If God really told you to do that, yes or no? Bam, 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 bam. So if God really told you to do that, you're like, nah, I don't feel like doing it. Is that a man of God? Or is it just like Peanut Gang and Charlie B say, this is all fake? Either or, Tim, you're ruined. Let's go.
we had to look around at what we had, and we had to say, Lord, give me the wisdom to use what I have now. You know what I'm saying? Right.
That was huge. Mm-hmm. You know, we went through a whole season where the Lord just said, use it.
Right.
You know, because we may think, well, I only have this little tiny amount.
Use it.
You know, and the Lord was like, use it. Use it. But because there's a sense that, well, I don't have enough. Like, I'm not there at the big vision yet. This is not flashy what you're asking me to do. The Lord's like, do it. Use it. What do you have? Right. What do you have? Whatever it is you have, use that. Do that. You know, and then the Lord just makes up the rest. He makes that path, you know.
Peanut Game, if y'all can you please help me? Because I dropped so many videos, I don't know where it is. I had a whole video about what she's talking about right now. That use it thing she's talking about, okay. After Tim allegedly stole all Megan's money, Megan was still a real woman. She put her some money up in a bank account. I think it was like $1,000, right? I had a video where basically, did you just hear her say, God said use it, right? She thinks Tim is God, allegedly. Had a whole video about it. I hope y'all seen that. Because I'll find it if you need me to, because it's going to take me about an hour probably. But I had a whole show about when she described what she's talking about now, and Tim came to her, and because she didn't tell him. It was like, you know how a real woman got that little pocketbook put up just in case anything? That's what she's talking about. She, as a woman, told her husband, because they were broke, I have $1,000 put up in another bank account that you don't know about and blah, blah, blah. He told her, use it. Use it. Give it to me. We got to use that. Give it to me. Had a whole show about it. Right? Now she's saying God said use it. What does that mean? What does it mean? And Tim, why did you let her say that? When I already have a video breaking down the whole thing about how even after you took her for everything she had, You wanted her nest egg too, to make sure she couldn't go nowhere. That's foul, ain't it? Whole show alleged. But this is the facts of what Charlie Beaton did. I done already said it. I have a whole show about what she's saying right now about God said use it. God said use it. Tim told her to take that money out the bank and use it. Let's get it. Let's go, man.
When he gives you the vision, he kind of like makes that path, and you may think, well, this is not gonna, like, what I'm doing now isn't gonna help me to end up to where I want to be. It will. Like, if your obedience opens those doors.
And don't try to think that, like, if, like, what you're, because I understand exactly what you're saying, and we end up thinking, like, it has to connect in some way.
Right, and we skip over it.
Right, it's like, no, the Lord can literally just be testing your faith because he's about to open up a door. The thing that he's asking you to do may have nothing to do with the vision that you have for 5 years from now.
Right.
But the Lord is testing you to see if he's going to open the door. For instance, you might want to, like, grow 100 acres of green beans or something. I don't know what, but you know what I'm saying? But you may think, like, okay, well, I should start planting a garden, right? Well, what if the Lord says, no, don't even plant a garden right now? Go and, what's up?
Okay, just like the movie Malcolm X, this brother putting hurting on my vision, man. Okay? Right? I can't do it no more. I'm done for the night. I'm done for the night with this brother with what he just said. How can he make that statement? There's no way he should have made that statement. Right? None. But why did he make it? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not going to say nothing about what he just said. I want to see what y'all really think about what he just said. Come back and y'all tell me, because he said, if I say that, y'all going to get it. Okay. If the Lord had already told you something, Tim, jump back and you tell the people the Lord said this, the Lord says that. Now you're saying that the reason you told everybody this and how much stuff you was going to do, and now that it ain't going to get done, is because the Lord tested you? The Lord took you through a trial to test you on what? On what? Because we already know you're not with the Lord, allegedly. So that made no sense. Y'all come in and let me know what y'all think. Charlie B out. I love y'all. I'm sorry the show was so long, but you know how I do. Like, comment, and subscribe when it's good, baby. When it's good. And I know I done fell off. Been a little lazy because, been working and stuff. And I'm still working right now, but I know some of y'all like my little commentary and stuff. And when AB started like I did in the beginning, I'm going to get back to everything I used to do. Let's go, man. Charlie B love you. I'm out. Been too long tonight. I'm back. Now, like I said, I'm tired of showing the brother. But I know y'all be coming in here like, Charlie B, you missed the stuff. I ain't missed nothing. I just don't want to hear it no more, and I don't want to deal with it. If y'all watch the show, I don't know what them boys is in the back doing to Benjamin, but he's screaming. So since I do all allegedly, I wasn't going to show it because I'm not trying to hurt the brother. That. But if y'all watch the show today, there's probably like 20 seconds allegedly of Benjamin screaming, and they just keep going on with the show like nothing's wrong. I don't need that in my life. And y'all don't either, but if y'all already seen it, and if I'm lying, he'd sue me. But allegedly, I don't know if it's Benjamin or who, but somebody is in the back screaming loudly, and Tim basically makes up some stuff about, the TV must have went off, the cartoons went off. Okay. But for y'all to watch the whole show today, y'all know, y'all heard that little boy screaming in the back. I just didn't want to let y'all think I missed it. Now Charlie B's really gonna love y'all, be easy. That was just a little jokey joke for y'all. Y'all was gonna be like, Charlie B, you ain't hear them boys scream. I heard it. Love y'all, I'm out.